diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. Today I am going to be showing you the Dekit and finish of my Asian Woman from Fansells, and I will put a picture of the original artwork over there so you can see it. And I'm just going to jump into dekitting these drills. So I've got my storage boxes here, and I've got all of my leftover drills, and I'm just going to jump in. So let me grab my diamond painting logbook here and see what I can tell you about this canvas while I start dekitting. So this was a 40 by 30 kit, so not very big, and consequently fun for me because since it was not very big, that means it didn't take very long. And ooh, boy howdy, those drills are full. Let me see if I can sneak just that little bit that's left over in here. That's what I love about these bags. Even that completely shoved full, they're still pretty skinny. So $4.98, which is in my next box. So let me close these and peel off the stickers. And then I will switch out this storage box for the next one so that I can finish putting my drills away. That has been something for me to get used to with my new, it was not really a new system, I guess, just I have more drills now. And so because I have more drills, I have more boxes of drills. And that means more boxes for me to drag in and out when I am dekitting because they're spread out in more boxes. So this is a round kit, as you can see, C501. And it was a full kit, full round, not a partial. It had 22 colors. Let's see, 601. It was poured glue. I always leave a space on my diamond painting log to say whether I think it's beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And I marked this one as intermediate, but I don't know that it actually is intermediate. 666, my favorite red color. So let me dump that in there. Whoops, that one wants to stay. Okay. And let me peel the stickers off of some of these so I can put them back in here. And they're going to be obnoxious and stick where I don't want them to stick. I marked it as intermediate, but I think it might actually be a beginner. I mean, it was a 30 by 40 canvas. So, you know, in my mind, I guess beginner is like partial special drills just to kind of ease you into it, kind of, you know, understand the process. But this wasn't a difficult canvas, and it was a lot of the same colors. So let's see, 742 is actually in the next box. So let me switch them out again. So that's the bad thing about having multiple boxes. I end up switching them out a lot more often because, again, I have more drills, so I have more boxes. So 742. So I marked it as intermediate, but now this is one that, again, I bought from Fansells, and I ordered this way back in March of this year, and I didn't start it until pretty much the end of October. Let's see, 779. However, it didn't take me that long to finish it. And I'm actually realizing just now, as I'm looking at my logbook, that I forgot to write down in my logbook the date that I finished it. Because I also keep all of my diamond paintings on a spreadsheet. in addition to keeping them on my logbook. My logbook I keep with me where I diamond paint, so it kind of travels with me as I paint. So that way I can kind of keep track as I'm going of what I'm doing. But then I have a spreadsheet that I keep track of everything as well, just so that it's kind of on the computer and digital so that I won't lose it. Because my intention is to have a new diamond painting logbook for each year, just so I can kind of keep track of what I'm doing each year, because I thought that would be fun. Okay, so 829 is in this section. Then 939. Oh, that 939 might be in the next box. Let's see, 829. Yep, 939 is in the next box. So let me take all these stickers off. And this canvas was pretty good. There weren't that many colors. There were only 22 colors. So even for the size of this canvas, that wasn't a huge amount of colors. And, you know, it was kind of a simple painting. The background, of course, took up most of it in that kind of pop art, halftone, comic book style. You know, this color was one of the background colors. And so that was most of the drills. And then, of course, the red for her clothing and the flowers in her hair, and kind of that little pop of color on the left-hand side. So 939, of course, I have leftovers already of this because it is a pretty standard color for diamond painting. Okay, there's only one in that row. That's kind of crazy. So I'm going to guess I'm going to be moving on to another box, 945. By the time I get through with these, especially since my numbers span from 310 to 3847, I bet I have some to put away in every single box I have, which is okay. I enjoy this part of it, kind of, you know, adding these extra drills that I'm saving for other projects to the thing. Oh, and those all match pretty good. So that's 958, and then I need 3041, which is still in this box. And then I need 3761, which is going to be the next box. So let me get these put away. Get this box out of the way. I don't really have where I film a good place to kind of stack all of these up out of the way on the table, so I just have to do a lot of shuffling. 3761 is in here, so let me grab that one. I didn't have any trouble with this canvas, although I will say there were a couple of symbols that were hard to tell apart. Both the, whoops, that's the wrong place. Both the number 5 and the S were in black. So, and they were both red colors. And they happened to be in most places right next to each other because they were different shades of red. So like in her dress and in the flowers. Now I did end up using a light board for some of it just to kind of be able to see the differences a little bit more clearly. I managed it, but if your eyes are not very good, 3766, if your eyes are not very good, that might have been an issue. So, and I mean, they could have done a few simple things just to make it easier. Instead of making them both black ink for the symbol and then on red ink for the background, they could have made one of them white so it would be a little easier to see. Although there was also a 6 and a 3 that were white colors, or that were red colors that were white lettering on red backgrounds. So let's see, 3799. So So I'm not sure whether that would have actually made it any easier. They just could have done a little bit better job of making sure that all of those symbols were kind of a little bit easier to read, since they were all basically a shade of red. So, I mean, like I said, I managed it. It wasn't the end of the world, but they certainly could have made it a little bit easier. So 3805, I don't have any of these. And then my last drill is 3847, and of course that is in the last box. So let me peel the stickers off of all of these and put them back in. I love these storage containers. These have almost replaced my Elizabeth Ward as my very, very favorite. I love using these for some of these smaller kits because there's only 28. So, you know, for a lot of my larger kits, it won't work because I have too many colors. But for the smaller kits, to be able to get 28 colors in individual pots and in here is amazing. So, like I said, they've quickly become one of my favorites. Okay, so let me put this box away and grab the very last one. And then I will show you the canvas and we'll have a little bit of a chat about the rest of my thoughts. So 3847. Okay, so those are all in there. Okay, so that was the last color of drills. So we take that sticker off, throw that away. Okay, and then let me move this out of the way so that I can show you the trash. And then we will talk about the canvas. So here is the little bit of trash that I had. As you can see, it's not very much at all. Some of it was, let me move that out of the way. Some of it was, you know, kind of some of those big chunks that you get when you're dealing with the acrylic drills. This one you can see it has little, and that one has little tabs on it, and that one, and then you get some of these really tiny small pieces. So some of them are in here simply because, as usual, like some of those were just the color and it was in the wrong color, and I don't try and sort them out. There's not enough of them for me to do that, so I'm going to have to find a new trash receptacle for all of these. This is getting full. So that was all the trash I had, which I thought was pretty good. Even though it was a small kit, it was hardly any trash at all. So let me shake this up. There's still too much black in here for my liking, but I guess it is what it is. I am going to need to find a different container though. So, okay. So, told you about the symbols. Oh, let me grab the canvas. This was only $4.16, and it took me 7 hours and 42 minutes to complete. So not a huge amount of painting. And ta-da! Here we go. So, like I said, in her dress down here, in these flowers up here, and then in this section over here was the 5 and the S. So you can see on the kind of the schematic here, it's, you know, that black 5 on a red background and then the red S, and they just happen to be close enough together. So if they had done like they did with the 3 and the 6 and like made one or the other of them white, it would have helped immensely to be able to tell by color and not just by symbol which one was which. So, but I think she turned out super, and I'm super happy with it. So, yeah, this image just really called to me. I love all the kind of waves in the background. I love this kind of little explosion of color over here. And then off to the side, you get this lovely image of her with her little fancy dress and the flowers in her hair and the little sticks coming out of her hair. And It's kind of funny because her hair is not actually black. There are some black shadows in there, but the majority of her hair is dark, dark blue, which I thought was interesting. And I think they did a really good job of coming up with a way to make her features look pretty natural, even though it's obviously a very small painting. I think her lips and her eyes turned out really well. So overall, yeah, I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So I am going to be cutting off the border around this, and I will be using my double-sided tape to put her on some black cardstock as a backing, and then she will go in my portfolio book to be shared with everyone when they want to know what it is that I've been doing with all my spare time. So I will put a link in the description below to the canvas as well as to the storage boxes, because I always get lots of questions from you guys about where I got these, so I will put a link to those as well. So there you have it, my latest finish from Fansells. If you like this video, guys, as always, before you go, don't forget to do all the things. Give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads like these. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.